So we're putting a graywater system in, and what I'm going to do is, so the RV is going to be parked, you know, besides where your septic and electricity is and stuff. So our septic is going to be about right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury the pipe with the elbow coming out. I'm going to bury it under this, dig a trench right here and bury the pipe. That way we can go ahead, the pipe's in place, we can go ahead and fill in and put the gravel in and get the whole pad set. And then after that, we're going to do a graywater system, which in Maine it has to be permitted, which we've already got a design done for it, but we're going to be doing our own graywater system, and it'll be fun.
Can't wait.
It's hot out here today. Now that we've got down there, we've got plans for that too. Probably another pad for our other RV for now. And then hopefully, if the city allows it, this whole section, we're going to put probably 3 more pads in up to the top. But you can see all this debris from when they rough cut this. We're going to have to clear all this out. So it's going to take a while, but we're getting done slowly and surely and as efficiently and cheaply as we can. Renting the equipment by ourselves, doing most of the work. We do whatever work we can do ourselves that doesn't require licensing or that we can help with. We're doing that to save money, and so we're not saving time, but we're saving money.
And that's a huge deal, to save money.
Yeah. Lots going on here at Camp Journey, Live to Journey. Barrels. What I'm going to do right now is 2 different graywater systems that you can build. There's the ones where you see the people laying the barrels upright like this, bury them down in the ground, they put a gravel base underneath them, and then they put gravel around them, and the water just leaches out of the barrels, and that's it. Smaller footprint, deeper hole. The other system is just like a regular leach field for a regular septic system. You cut them in half and you lay them down in a row. They don't go down as deep, and you just use sand. You don't have to use gravel. They act as a leach field. You can use the first bucket as a grease catch. So I'm going to lay them out right now and see how much room I have to work with. I would like to do the sand route where I cut them in half, but it kind of depends on which way I'm going to go with it. Just going to lay these out and see what I got to work with. This is the way this is laid out. So our thing's going to come up right there where our septic is going to tie into for our graywater. And I was thinking about doing the lay down, but that would have to start like right here to give me even 4 buckets. I could do 6 that way and fill that in, but the problem is the leach field would start about here. I don't want the leach field to start there because this is going to be, she wants gravel. I think what I'm going to do is just a 2-barrel system standing upright. I'll dig a pit right here. I got a tractor coming on Wednesday that I'm renting with a backhoe. I am going to have to get another section of pipe though. At least I've made up my mind on the system we're going to use. I would say I should ask Lenny's opinion, but she doesn't care as long as it looks pretty and it doesn't mess with what her vision is, which is she wants to do gravel all through here and then gravel with a fire pit and stuff. So, hi guys, rented a tractor. It's smaller than what I expected, and I'm hoping it's able to do what I need it to do. I mean, kind of looks like an oversized lawnmower. It's got a backhoe on it. Yeah, that should work. We are bringing power out to here because unfortunately solar is not an option for us. There's just not enough sun. Too much tree cover, too much clouds, too much rain to even bother with solar out here. So we're gonna get power eventually. The electric company puts a pole out there on the other side of the road, and then we're gonna run just overhead line. We're gonna put a pole somewhere around right here, and the line's just gonna run straight across the road right there. 1 pole, and from here we'll go underground across to where we're gonna have the post come up so where we can connect. So I'm going to trench this since we're going to be putting gravel in and everything. I want to get this done, so I'm going to put a trench across, lay the conduit down and cover it. That way the conduit's ready to go for when we get the post put in and the electrician can come out and hook everything up. And I'm also going to be digging another trench for our graywater system right about here. I'm going to bury this PVC pipe with the elbow coming up. That way we can go ahead and put the fill in. And so I've got to do those two things specifically today before 3-ish, because that's when the fill is coming in. And I still got to make a trip down to the town to get a permit for the power and a bunch of other shenanigans. I'm gonna bring my conduit up and get in this tractor and see what I can get done. So I drew this, or spray painted this line, so I can just kind of make sure I follow a straight line with my trench. I need to make sure it's 24 inches deep, which is what the electrician told me to bury it. So I'm gonna go get my tape measure, get another stake, mark off where 24 inches is. Once I get this spot to 24 inches, then I can pretty much eye it the whole way, but I'll keep checking it. So what I did is I just spray painted a little mark right there on this. Top of that mark is 2 feet. So I need to go down a little bit more. I'll keep checking it and get this trench dug. All right, so I got my conduit in the ditch. It's 2 feet all the way across. I went ahead and started filling in with a rake. I'm going to do the rest with the tractor. And one issue here is this is just groundwater filling up this hole already. So I went ahead and put plastic around both ends of the pipe, duct taped it, keep water out of the pipe as much as possible. But anyway, I'm going to fill in the middle here because I got my fill coming in a little bit, and I still got to dig my trench for the graywater tank. This little tractor is, I don't know, I feel like I would have been better off running an excavator again instead of this little tractor, but you live and you learn. Alright, I got my 3-inch pipe for my graywater system all glued together. Got a little angle right here, so when I'm about to dig the trench right here, I'm going to drop this in, put a cover on the top so rain can't get in, and just going to cover this in with a tarp because it's just going to be an open pit. It's going to fill up with water anyway, but not much I can do about that. back out on the land. Yesterday I had rented a tractor to dig these trenches, move dirt, a bunch of stuff. Didn't think I should rent an excavator again since I was going to be moving a bunch of dirt and rocks, so I'd want the bucket. But the tractor that they gave me was little. It was only 25 horsepower, I think. It was okay at digging the trenches, but as you saw, I had a little bit of trouble, especially with this one, because the tires on the front were too narrow for me to be able to straddle the trench, which is what I had planned on doing. So then I ended up having to back the tractor up and try to dig the trench from an angle from both ways. So I ended up with this high ground here, which I'm gonna have to get rid of to level this trench out from my graywater pipe that's gonna go under the pad. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do, is hand dig this out a little bit more. I traded out the tractor for an excavator, but the bucket on the excavator is too big. I don't really wanna start trying to dig that out with the excavator, although I could. It would save me some back. I got my line put in for our graywater system. Goes under, comes out there. I'm gonna dig the pits for the barrels right there. Got the conduit buried. That's where we're at. It's been a beautiful hot day, almost too hot. Mining got a little overheated.
Way overheated. So we just had some rock delivered for our pad. Now we just need to spread some of this out. We've got another load coming. It looks so nice. Look at this rock, it's so nice. Our pad's gonna be amazing. This piece of property is coming along. Still have a lot more work to do, but it's still exciting.
Got another load of stone coming, 1.5 inches this time. This is where the shed's gonna go, and I can use it for the graywater system. There's my pit. There it goes. Oh yeah, a nice 1.5 inch rock. Alright. So right now I'm just kind of measuring everything. Make sure we're good. So where this is going to sit. The pipe's going to come out. Should be perfect. I'll go a little bit lower. I got another 4-foot piece of pipe that I'm going to connect to that one. It's going to go in here. And then I got another, I actually have 3 barrels. I didn't know if I was going to go with 3 barrels. I'm just going to do 2. The other barrel's going to go here. They're going to be connected. I got a sanitary tee to go in here. And that's it. The barrel's going to have a bunch of holes on the bottom and the side. Oh. Place this bucket strategically so that I can pull myself out of this pit. So that's going to be our graywater septic system. This is all going to be filled up with rock. Got the pipe leading back there to where we're going to plug in at. It's going to drain in here. Probably also going to run a line that way, like another leach field, just a pipe, a corrugated pipe, maybe 20, 30, 40 feet out that way, down into that dip. Probably a little overkill, but just fun anyway. It's hot. Tomorrow I'm going to finish this. I'm going to just put in, connect the pipes, go through, and then I'll finish filling it in. Then we did this, took the excavator, and Lenny hand-picked all these boulders. So this whole area right here is going to be, RV is going to be parked pretty much where the truck is. This is going to be like our little area. We're going to have a fire pit over here, maybe right here. This is probably where the fire pit's going to be, because this is just temporary. Eventually we're going to have a shed back here, and that is where our compost toilet's going to be. Lenny hand-picked all these big boulders to go around the edge. A lot of work, but whew, it's hot. We got this thing for another 3 or 4 days. We're going to try to get as much done as we can. This area down here we're going to keep. If we end up doing more RV spots up here, which is kind of the dream, then this is going to be where our leach field is for the septic for the rest of the units. That's future plans. Right now we're just worried about having a pad for ourselves that we can be next month, because we don't have a place to stay. Fun times. Hey guys, so as I said in the beginning, things don't always work out as planned. And we decided not to go with the graywater system because we found out that in Maine, you can pull the permit yourself for a full septic system and do the work yourself. So instead of spending anywhere around $15,000 to get somebody to do it, which is what we were kind of trying to avoid, turns out I can do it myself and save, probably do it for half of that cost. And that's what we're going to do. So we decided it would just be kind of pointless to put in a graywater system if we're going to tap into our full septic system, which is going to be right down the slope from that. The good thing is we put the pipe in, which we needed to do underneath the pad, because we're going to connect that pipe to go down into the full septic system. The bad news is we're probably not going to do that until next season. So for now, we're just going to stick with what we got. There's a park down the road that we can bring our septic to until we get the septic system installed. We're not going to be here that much longer because we're not going to stay here for the winter. So that's where we're at now. But I hope you enjoyed watching us get it going and trying to build the graywater system. Please hit that like button, subscribe, stay tuned for the next episode. And we appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.